Assalamu alaikum. Today we're talking about body image insecurities, and it's something that a lot of women face. We're constantly bombarded with images of unattainable beauty standards, with images that have been enhanced and photoshopped to the point where women in the images don't actually look like themselves. And when we look at them, we fail to see all of the work that goes into putting together that final image. That makes us feel bad about ourselves because we don't look like that. Social pressure and unrealistic expectation from media, social media, and social standards. It's honestly no wonder why so many women struggle with body image insecurities. I am no exception. I struggled with a negative body image for the longest time. And I've learned how to overcome those struggles. And in this video, I want to share with you exactly how I did it and share some tips to help you overcome your negative body image and learn to love yourself, accept yourself, feel comfortable in your own skin, whether you're a hijabi or not, but I'll specifically focus on women who do wear hijab, like myself. But before we start, I wanted to quickly mention my ebook, How to Celebrate Your Natural Beauty as a Hijab-Wearing Woman. The topic of the ebook is very much intertwined with the topic of today's video, so these two will go together hand in hand. And inside you will find tips on how you can style your hijab and accessorize your hijab to help you feel comfortable and confident wearing your hijab without relying on makeup. You will also learn the importance of practicing self-care and self-love and how that can really boost how you see yourself and how you feel in your own skin. Plus, I will share my personal stories of how I healed my body image after I put the hijab on and how giving up makeup made me the person I am today, the most confident I've ever been. So if you are a hijabi woman and you want to give up makeup and you want to learn how to feel confident and comfortable in your skin without relying on makeup, then check out my free ebook. It comes in two different formats, as an ebook and as an audiobook, so you can consume the information whatever way you want. The link is in the description. Check it out. It's completely free. So much to gain and nothing to lose. So let's begin this video and learn how to love ourselves, hijab and all.
Salam, I'm Veronika Edali. I'm a revert to Islam, a founder of a modest activewear brand, a content creator, a wife, and a mom. I share my life and business journey as a Muslim woman living in New Zealand. My mission is simple: help Muslim women to embrace modesty and hijab while following their true passion. I create content to boost self-confidence, mindset, and lift your spirit so you can successfully balance faith, career, and motherhood. Subscribe for inspiration, motivation, and lots of laughter, all from a Muslim woman's perspective.
Tip number 1, reframe your thoughts. I know it's easier said than done, but reframing your thoughts will be the one thing that help you start working on healing that negative body image. Try to shift your focus to your strengths and the things that you love about yourself. Remind yourself about the things that make you unique and valuable, and simply try to let go of negative thoughts. The way we think influences the way we act. And it's important to remember that our thoughts shape our reality. So if you have a negative mindset, you will never have a positive experience in any area of your life. If you have a negative mindset when it comes to your appearance, you will never see yourself as beautiful. If you have a negative mindset when it comes to your hijab, you will never learn to love it. If you have a negative mindset when it comes to your praying, you will never be able to be consistent with your prayer. It's everything, absolutely everything starts with our mindset. But here's the trick. You have to be sincerely willing to make a change and then act on it. That's why I say it's easier said than done, because it requires a lot of mindful work on your own thought patterns. Let me give you an example. For the longest time growing up, I always felt like my nose was a potato nose. It's a very common Russian word, and potato noses are very common among us Russian women. It's like, a bit, round, chubby, a potato nose. I didn't like it. I never liked my nose. Astaghfirullah. But the truth is, no one has ever told me that I have a potato nose. Not a single person in my life came up to me and said, "You have a potato nose." It's something that I made up. It's something that I convinced myself with my own mind and made myself hate my own nose. So I changed the way I think, and now I absolutely love my nose. I feel like it's very cute. And the most important thing, it breathes and it really complements my face. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes no mistakes, and I absolutely love my nose now. And this transformation, when you go from hating something about yourself to absolutely loving it, all of that is mindset. I didn't get my nose done. I didn't change it. I just changed the way I think about my appearance. And it made all the difference. Tip number 2, surround yourself with positive influence. One of the most important things you can do is to surround yourself with positive influence. When you're already trying to change your thought pattern, and you're trying to get yourself into that positive growth mindset that will help you love your body image, you need to take the extra step and really make sure you are surrounded by positivity in all areas of your life. When we go through our life being non-hijabi, well, I'm a revert, so I grew up in a completely different environment. I became Muslim. I put on the hijab and I really struggled with it, and I really had to take some proactive action to get myself to where I am today. Because when something about you changes so drastically, you're bound to have some inner conflict and have a few insecurities when it comes to your appearance. When you used to heavily rely on makeup, on your hair showing, it was a part of who you are, it was a part of your style. And then when that changes, you do have to do some mindset work to get you going. So when you're working, that is so important to have the right people around you and the right influence. I'm not talking just about the people. I'm talking about the content you consume. I'm talking about the people you choose to follow on social media. All of that needs to align with your desired mindset. And when they work together, wonderful things happen. But when you're trying so hard to change your thought patterns and you are surrounded by negativity, by judgmental people, it just makes it all so much harder and very much discouraging when you're trying to really shift your mindset and put it into the right gear. So these people can be your friends, your family, the online communities, the online influencers you choose to follow. All of them need to help contribute to your journey to becoming more positive and more accepting of your own body. Simply avoid people and situations that make you feel bad about yourself. Your close circle matters. It matters so much. And if you're surrounded by people who make you feel awful about yourself, then it's time to make a change and really filter who you choose to let in. This work is very uncomfortable, but so very necessary, because you deserve to be happy and you deserve to feel good about yourself, and you deserve to feel comfortable in your own skin. But none of it will happen just like that, just because you wish it. You have to work for it. So you might have to deal with a few uncomfortable situations, but I promise you it'll be worth it. You absolutely have the power of who you let into your life. You do have the power and you have the key to your own happiness. So, and you know what? Healthy boundaries are worth it if it means that you are happy and you have a positive body image. So the same applies to social media. Your social media consumption. You have the power to filter what lands on your feed or on your For You page. You can block and mute all of the accounts that make you feel bad about yourself, the accounts that don't add value to your life, the accounts that make you feel horrible about your hijab, the accounts that push you towards undoing all of the work that you've done on your mindset, the accounts that just make your thoughts spiral down. The list goes on and on. You have the power and you need to exercise that power. You need to mute and block and filter and make sure whatever you consume is aligned with how you want to feel about yourself. Be ruthless. So, take control of who you let into your life and watch your self-esteem soar. Inshallah. Tip number 3, practice self-care. This one is so important. Taking care of yourself both physically and mentally is so crucial to overcoming your negative body image. Simply prioritize your health and well-being and make time for activities that bring you joy and help you relax. Whatever it is, whether it's exercising, hiking, doing yoga, reading in peace with a cup of coffee, practicing some ritualistic skincare every single night and every single morning, whatever it is, make sure you make it a core part of your life. Self-care routine is not a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. We hijabis always feel like there are so many things that we cannot do. When we put the hijab on and we used to do other things and we feel like we can't do it anymore. This was the case for me with hiking, for example. When I put the hijab on and I generally didn't have the right gear to wear, whatever I was wearing was like thick hoodies and like thick hijabs. I would wrap them in turbans, and because turbans have like multiple layers on top of your head and the sun was shining on me and it was so hot and so sweaty and so uncomfortable and so not breathable, and I just hated the experience. And I thought I genuinely couldn't do it. I couldn't do things that made me happy. And that's very, very discouraging. And when I like stopped being as active as I used to be before I put the hijab on, I was like, I gained weight. I felt bad about myself. I was getting jealous because my body image was so negative. It wasn't good for me. Like, I literally stopped taking care of myself. And that was when I did put the hijab on and I just felt like I couldn't do all of those things. I couldn't go to a mixed gym. I couldn't go. And it's just like the list goes on and on. But it was just me in my head, getting in my own way and stopping myself from doing things that make me happy. And when you don't do the things that make you happy, you kind of just spiral down and have a negative mindset and feel bad about yourself. That's not good. That's how I got myself there. But once I kickstarted my fitness journey again and I like committed to home workouts, I was like, okay, I can't go to a gym, but I can still work out at home. I just need to be extra focused and extra determined to schedule it in and make it happen. And then I started losing all of that weight that was just really weighing on me literally. And I got stronger and I got into that really healthy fitness routine. I cleaned up my diet. And then I started going, on hikes again, and I did improve my gear. That's what actually inspired me to start my modest activewear brand, because finding the right gear to do all of those fun outdoorsy stuff in comfort and confidence, it's just a real struggle. So that's what literally inspired me to create and make that gear accessible for women like me. So once I really got my self-care routine down, everything changed. I started loving myself. I embraced my hijab because I thought that, well, now I know that my hijab is definitely not holding me back, and I am able to do all the active things that I love while staying true to my modest values. Like, why I even let myself get to that point? But yeah, it's changed everything. As soon as I started taking care of myself and my well-being, it's just, when you feel good about yourself, you thrive in all other areas of your life. I really love this saying, is that self-care is not selfish. When you really do take time to take care of yourself as a woman, as a Muslim woman, as a wife, as a mother, when you are genuinely happy, when you do things that make you happy, then your kids get a happy mother. You are a better mother. You're a more present mother. You are a more attentive wife. You have energy for your kids and for your husband and for your work, and you feel inspired. It's just because you genuinely feel good about yourself. You put work into making yourself feel good. And when you realize you have that power, and it all takes just a little bit of planning and preparation and really carving out time in your calendar to make it happen for yourself. Once you realize it's not as hard as it seems, and the benefits are absolutely amazing, and how it completely changes you as a person, it's also very powerful. It feels like just like, oh yeah, self-care or whatever. But once you really give it a try and stay consistent and watch how you start feeling about yourself and how you start showing up in all areas of your life, self-care is the key. But this journey requires work, and I want you to be willing to roll up your sleeves and get to work, because you are worth it. You need to make yourself a priority. As soon as you do that, you are going to feel so much better, and your work will be inspired and focused. Your relationships will thrive, and it's just going to be better overall for you and all the other people in your life. So be kind and be very patient with yourself. Know that you're not alone on this journey, and it takes time and effort to undo all of the bad wiring that we have in our minds. But it's possible. It's possible. You just have to be willing to take action and stay consistent. Remember that true beauty comes from within, and by taking care of ourselves, our beauty will radiate outwards. Sisters, just remember how worthy and valuable you are. You don't need to change yourself to fit someone else's idea of beauty. You are beautiful in your own unique way. And your hijab is a symbol of that. Embrace yourself, embrace your hijab, learn to love yourself. Trust me, as soon as you start taking care of yourself, really taking care of yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, you will see all the difference. Inshallah. If you found this video helpful, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, comment below and let me know. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you do so right now. I post all about mindset, the hijab journey, the modesty, the hijabi adventures. Oh, this is something that I'm very, very excited. I'm here to empower and inspire and encourage Muslim women to be themselves while following their true passions. This is something I'm very passionate about. But if you found value in this video and you know somebody who needs to see this video, make sure you share it with them. That's it from me. Thank you so much for taking the time to come hang out with me. Assalamu alaikum, and I'll catch you later.